everyone, and welcome back to the Canadialog podcast. My name is Alexandre Benmar. Hope you're doing well. Today, Olivier will be with you to talk about Windows Defender, which is an accessible antivirus solution integrated into Windows since Windows 8 and provide a lot of interesting features for Windows 10 users. He will cover it using the Windows Narrator screen reader into Windows 10. If you want to turn on or off the screen reader, you can press at any time CTRL Windows and Enter. So it will give you some tips and tricks on how to navigate the Windows Defender interface. It will show you the different type of scans available if you want to scan your computer against threats, and it will also show you the setting you can modify in order to better protect your computer. I hope you'll enjoy this podcast and have a great rest of your day.
Hello everybody, Olivier with you today. Hope you're doing well. In today's podcast, I wanted to cover a subject that has not been covered yet on the Canadialog podcast, and I'm speaking about the antiviruses. There's a lot of antiviruses on the market, and unfortunately for low vision and blind users, these are not quite accessible, and some can even destroy a screen reader component. For example, free ones like Avast, AVG, and all of that. There's a lot of antivirus. The one that I'm going to show you today is built into Windows since Windows 8. It is called Windows Defender. So every single computer that do have Windows have this application. However, if you buy a new computer, let's say from a store or online, you might have already an antivirus such as McAfee, Norton, Avast, or even maybe AVG, because there's a paid version of that. You might have one of these pre-installed. If you want to use Windows Defender as your antivirus, you will need to uninstall the third-party antivirus. Same thing if someone formatted your computer for you and this person did install an antivirus and you want to use Windows Defender, go ahead and remove the other. You might need sighted assistance depending on the antivirus. So, to access Windows Defender, there are several ways you can do it. I'm going to show it you through the settings because the app changed names sometimes. Right now it is called Windows Security, I believe. So we're gonna go to the settings.
Settings window, search box, find a setting, edit.
By the way, I'm using Narrator to show you this because Narrator is a screen reader that is on every single Windows machine. However, it is possible to use JAWS and NVDA with Windows Defender. The only thing that will differ is if you're using JAWS, you might need to use the touch cursor in certain area of the app to be able to read the content. If you're using NVDA, you will need to use Object Nav, but I will specify this once we are there. So for now, let's hit Tab.
System, 1 of 14.
And let's go to Update and Security.
Devices, 2 of 14.
By moving with the right arrow key.
Phone, 3. Network and Internet, apps, accounts, time and language, gaming, ease of access, search, Cortana, privacy, update and security, 14 of 14.
Let's hit Enter.
Set search box, find a setting,
Tab.
edit, Windows Update, 1 of 10.
Now we will
selected.
Down arrow.
Delivery optimization, Windows Security,
Windows
3 of 10.
Security, there it is.
Windows
Enter.
Security, Heading Level 1. Windows Security, 3 of 10.
And then let's
Selected.
tab.
Open Windows Security button.
Let's click on that.
Windows Security items, virus and threat protection action recommended. 1 of 7.
So the Windows Security app itself integrates the Windows Defender antivirus and is offering more feature than the antivirus. It is a very powerful app. However, most users will care about the antivirus part, so I will be only covering this part with you today. So we have 8 tabs. So the first one is virus and threat protection. With Narrator and NVDA, if you want to move between the different items, you will need to use the left and right arrow keys. For example, if I go to the right.
Account protection, 3 of 8. Firewall and network protection, 4 of 8. App and browser control, 5 of 8. Device security, 6 of 8. Device performance and health, 7 of 8. Family options, 8 of 8.
So these are the options. If for some reasons up arrow and down arrow or right or left arrow are not working when you try to navigate, with all of the arrow keys you should be able to navigate. It depends of a lot of factors. For example, your screen resolution or the kind of machine that you are using. So what I will do, I will go back to virus and threat protection.
App, firewall and account, virus and home, virus and threat protection, 2 of 8, selected.
And to select it, we just press enter, but it is already, but I'm going to press enter anyway.
Virus and threat protection, quick scan, button.
Now we are inside the virus and threat protection tab. So the focus put itself on quick scan. If you want to move between buttons, you can use tab and shift tab, of course. Although if you want to read the additional text, for example, if I go to the left with Narrator, which is the caps lock key, and left arrow.
16,671 files scanned. Scan lasted 5 minutes 7 seconds. 0 threats found. Last scan, October 18. No current threats.
If you want to see this text and you're using JAWS or NVDA, as I said earlier, you will need to use either the object nav or the touch cursor. So let's go ahead and let's explore the buttons here. So I will tab.
Quick scan, button.
So quick scan.
Current threats, link, scan options.
Scan options, we will come back later.
Link, allowed threats.
Allowed threats.
Link, protection history.
Protection history.
Turn on, button.
We will see later what this is.
Virus and threat protection settings, link, manage settings.
And we have the settings for the antivirus. Let me show you something. I will hit the back button.
Virus and threat protection updates, link, check for updates. Set up OneDrive, button. Ransomware protection, link, learn more, link, 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 back button, button.
I was just tabbing. I just want to show you something before we continue.
Space, virus and threat protection, quick scan, button.
Because if I go to the left with caps lock left arrow.
16,000. Family options, settings, 2 of 2.
You see we have another settings here. This is the settings for the Windows Defender application. And for the security Windows application, The settings that we saw when we were into virus and threat protection are specific to the antivirus. Let's return there and let's check for updates of the database.
Quick scan, current threat, link, turn on, button.
I'm just tabbing.
Virus and threat protection settings, virus and threat protection updates, link,
So we
check
need
for
to
updates.
click that. I recommend you, by the way, even though it updates itself through Windows Update, I recommend you, if you want to perform a quick scan or a full scan, always update your definition first. So I'll hit enter.
Protection updates, check for updates, button.
Check for updates. Let's click
Cancel,
that.
button.
And it's processing.
Check for updates, button.
Oh, I think it's already done. Let me go to the left with narrator left arrow.
Last update, October 20th, 2019.
Yeah. So let's hit the back button to get out of there.
Virus, close navigation, back button, button.
I used Shift Tab.
Virus and threat protection, quick scan, button.
Now let's make a quick scan. So I'll press enter.
Cancel, button. Quick scan running.
Just like before, if you want to know the status,
46% progress bar.
I'm just using
47%
caps lock
progress. Files
left arrow.
scanned. 5,017 estimated time remain. Quick scan running.
So, as before, you will need to use either the object nav or the touch cursor. And by the way, if you have a touch screen, it will also work, like if you're using narrator, and the touch screen will also work. So we will let it finish.
Quick scan, button. New notification from Windows Security. Windows Defender scan results. Windows Defender antivirus scanned your device at 3:51 and 35 seconds p.m. on October 20th, 2019. No threats were found. Window.
Okay, so as you heard, it's just finished the scan. It was a quick scan. Now I will show you how to change your scan options. Let's say, for example, that you want to make a complete scan of your PC for whatever reason. So we are back on the quick scan button. I will tab.
Current threats, scan options.
We want this, so enter.
Scan options, current threats, link, allowed threats.
So let's tab.
Link, protection history. Quick scan, radio button, selected.
So right now the radio button that's selected is quick scan. If I tab.
Full scan, radio button, non-selected.
Full scan. So if we continue.
Custom scan, radio button, non-selected.
Custom scan allows you to select specific areas of your computer that you want to scan. However, I will show you a much easier way to do the same thing without going through the custom scan option.
Windows Defender offline scan, radio button, non-selected.
So I just tabbed on Windows Defender offline scan. What this is, basically, some threats are hard to identify when your computer is active, when Windows is active. So what it does is it basically restarts your computer and scan it while it is booting. The thing about the offline scan is you can have narrator running while this is performing. However, I've tested that on 3 different machines, and the only way to get sound, the only way I was able to get sound is by plugging an external sound card. So depending on your computer and on your sound card model, you may or not be able to have sound if you don't plug an external sound card. So that was for the Windows Defender offline scan option. Basically, you just press spacebar on the one that you want and it will be selected. If we tab
Scan Now button.
you will have your Scan Now button. And please note that if you do a full scan, you will need administrative privileges, like, let's say, the same kind of account as if you want to install a program like JAWS. So let's go back over there.
Link. Get help. Link. Link. Privacy. Link. Privacy. Link. Privacy. Back button. Space. Virus and threat protection. Quick scan. Button.
Now I will show you how to scan a specific part of your computer. Remember, in the scan options, we had an option that said custom. So let's say, for example, I want to scan the documents folder. So what I will do, I will open the File Explorer by pressing Windows E.
This PC window, folders, table items view, has 8 rows, 4
Now
columns,
I will hit
3 D, desktop, documents, 3 of 7,
Okay,
selected.
that's the folder I want, so I will hit Application or Shift F10.
Context, menu,
Then if we down arrow,
open, menu item, open in new window, pin to quick access, menu item, 7-zip, CRC SHAT, scan with Windows Defender, menu item.
so all we would have to do here is press Enter and the scan would begin. So now I will press Escape to get out of there.
This PC window, folders, table items view, has 8 rows, 4 columns, downloads, 4 of 7,
I'll close
selected.
the File Explorer.
Windows Security window, virus and threat protection, 2 of 8.
And we are back in the Windows Defender main screen. Now we will go through the settings.
Current threats, link, allowed threats, link, protection history, turn on, button.
So here we have a turn on button. Let me go with the narrator. I will do caps lock left arrow.
Tamper protection is off. Your device may be vulnerable.
So this is a new feature that we will see later on in the settings that basically prevent other applications to modify Windows Defender settings. So this is new from version 1903. So I'll just click that turn on button.
Turn on, space, virus and threat protection settings, link, manage settings.
And if you have user account control enabled, you will have to say yes to the prompt. So let's go to the settings now.
Virus and set up OneDrive, virus and threat protection updates, link, check for updates. Virus and threat protection settings, link, manage settings.
There we go.
Virus and threat protection settings, real-time protection, toggle switch, on.
So really, if you want to temporarily disable Windows Defender, this is what you want to turn off. Otherwise, I recommend leave that always on.
Cloud delivered protection, toggle switch, on.
I recommend you leave this on as well.
Automatic sample submission, toggle switch, on.
Basically what it does, it sends samples of the viruses it finds to Microsoft.
Link, submit a sample manually. Tamper protection, toggle switch, on.
That is the new feature that I was telling you about earlier that I just turned on.
Link, learn more.
So you can learn more here.
Link, manage controlled folder access.
This option allows you to tell Windows to block a specific folder. So for example, if we block the folder system32, once it will try to install an update or whatever, it will fail, so you will have to allow each app to basically make changes to this. So unless you're a very experimented user and you know what you're doing, I would not touch to that.
Link, add or remove exclusions. Link, change notification settings.
So let's go there. Did we have anything else?
Link, get help.
No.
Link, change notification settings.
Okay.
Notifications, virus and threat protection notifications, toggle switch, on.
So if you toggle that off, all of the items that are in this category will be turned off. So really, I really don't recommend you turning this off. So let's go through the options.
Recent activity and scan results checkbox checked.
Basically what that will do is it will send a notification to you once a week to tell you your device has been scanned, let's say 3 times, no threat were found or something like that. If you want to turn that off, you can do this here. The other checkboxes, I would leave them checked, but personally for me, I leave all of that checked because I want these weekly summaries. But let's see what they are.
Threats found, but no immediate action is needed checkbox checked. Files or activities are blocked checkbox checked. Link, virus and threat protection settings. Account protection notifications, toggle switch, on.
And these are not related to the antivirus. So, if you want to explore them, I'll let you explore them by your own, since we're only covering the antivirus part. So, I hope that you found this podcast useful. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, don't hesitate to leave us a comment or give us a call. You will have all of the info at the end of the episode. This was Olivier. Thank you for listening, and bye for now.
Before the end of this podcast, I would like to say thank you for your loyalty to this series of podcasts on assistive technologies. I would also like to thank our loyal collaborator. As a reminder, I would like to inform you that Canadialog will not provide free technical support on product presented during these shows and that are not sold directly by Canadialog. Please note that our podcasts are now available on our website, YouTube, iTunes, as well as on Victor devices by consulting the North American English suggested podcast list from Humanware. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can contact us via email at podcastwitness@canadialog.com. That is PODCASTS at CANADIALOG.com, or by phone on our toll-free number at 1-888-730-0003. Again, 1-888-730-0003, extension 555, extension 555. I also invite you to visit our website, which contains a lot of useful information at www.canadialog.com. You can also visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for listening.